Welcome to Whiskey and Whiskers. This is episode 2, version 1036.
Fuck you.
I'm Chop.
Gator.
Chris.
Blake.
Today, we're excited to bring on somebody who's a friend of mine. We've collaborated on a YouTube channel before a little bit. I had a couple guest appearances on there. It's my friend Charlie.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Charlie. Got a YouTube channel, Appearing Offline. If you're into video games and fucking bullshit humor, fucking go check it out.
Nice.
That's not something we get down with. Bullshit humor and video games. Come on, you can do better than that, right?
Yeah, probably, but that's why I went to college, to fucking ruin my life afterwards.
All right, so let's open the magic. I'm really excited about this because usually I know what whiskey's in the magic cooler. This time I don't.
Right. This is a special occasion because this time our guest actually brought us a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite whiskey, so I'm hoping you guys like it. It's pretty good.
Let's see what's up.
Also, for all you guests out there, feel free to bring us bottles of whiskey.
Right? It's in a brown bag.
It's wrapped in a brown bag. That's
My
a good
heart's
how you know
pounding
it's
again.
special.
My heart's pounding every time. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
So he wasn't bullshitting. This is actually pretty good whiskey.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. It's got a big TX right on the front, Texas blended whiskey.
Yeah, it's
Made right here in Texas, so locally.
Oh, how do you know
brewed.
it's made in Texas?
well. So there's a big TX right there on the front, and that stands for Texas. For those of you who aren't from around here.
What? I thought that meant like transmit.
No.
41% alcohol by volume, 82 proof.
Okay.
It's my favorite sipping whiskey.
Firestone and Robertson. It's a Firestone, so it's going to blow up. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can read this.
You can't read, Blake. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
pretending.
It's all that moonshine.
Gator. No, this is written in cursive. I definitely can't read this. We value two things: true craftsmanship and excellent whiskey. That's why we blend and bottle Texas by hand to bring its sweet aroma, robust flavor, and smooth finish. The result is bold like the Texas and distinctly satisfying. We hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Please come and see us. Yeah.
Thanks, Timmy. Go have a seat back in your chair.
Yeah. Is there an address for
Fuck.
that? Please come see us, or like.
Phone number.
What is this, second grade?
That's the last four of your social. Fucking.
Did your mommy write that?
So, right out the gates, I'm going to say I really like the bottle. It's short and fat, just like I like it.
Just like
Yeah.
Just from personal experience or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, it looks like it's a challenge to get into.
Yeah, I would like a simpler access.
It's got a nice little pop though.
Yeah,
Once you cut your way to the cork,
Yeah. What are you cutting through over there, Blake?
his
Can you
thumb.
give us
I'm
an
cutting
Mostly
this
his
plastic
thumb.
off. Hang on.
It's
So-
sealed.
Why are you
Real tight.
bleeding?
I've cut my thumb off
tight
real
butthole.
quick.
It's got a nice little cloth on the neck though, which is nice for
That's where I was going to go.
gripping and whatnot.
They call that a turtleneck?
All right, we're through.
Hide those hickeys.
Ooh.
So there's a cloth around the neck of this.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a short, squatty bottle, so it's got a good base. It's
Yeah.
not going to tip over, which is important.
Right.
This entire top is made out of cork.
Oh, cool.
Shit! And it's got a little leather cap right here on the top.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I wonder if that
So it
accounts
doesn't,
for...
like, grind on your palm or something? You know what I mean? Like, it's got a good grip.
I like this. This is so.
They were
it's-
all
it's-
about the grip.
The
And I'm all
collar, I
about
wonder
that.
if that like is for like spillage. So after you pour a shot,
Oh,
and if it
soaks
runs
it
down
up?
the side,
Yeah, it
just-
doesn't run all the way down.
No,
the
that's exactly right. It does. That was going to be my only kind of gripe is when you pour a little bit, it kind of does soak it up on the neck there, but it does keep it from just dripping down the bottle.
I wonder if that's just like an artifact of the bottle. It just.
I'm a
pours like
sucker
that.
for leather too. Like know,
Hell yeah.
Just nice little craftsmanship.
leather whips, leather chaps. I'm really into that. So I'm gonna open it. Let's see what it sounds like here. Hang on.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
that is
Pleasant,
satisfactory.
Sweet, cute.
Yeah.
Hang on,
I
hang
like
on.
that.
It's satisfying. Cork stopper. The top is I don't know exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Let's pour them up. See what happens.
Let's do it. So it's important to note when we're going into take.
Wait. One more time.
Oh, it's so good, man. That pop is really. That's good stuff.
Makes you excited to drink some whiskey.
You can depend on that pop.
It's important to note. So Charlie mentioned it already. This is his favorite sipping whiskey, and there is a difference, and I don't think we've touched on this a whole lot. Like shot whiskey versus sipping whiskey is it's a little bit different. Like I look for something a little different in my shot whiskey than I do in my sipping whiskey.
You know,
So-
But is it
Yeah,
different?
We'll see how you guys like it. I've actually never taken shots of this personally, but again, it's a good sipping whiskey, and I'm actually kind of curious to see how it is.
It's like one giant ice cube in
in
the
a
cup.
shot.
that's a good topic though. No,
Yeah, no, I think that's something worth talking about.
Yeah.
we should revisit.
that gives me some ideas.
All right. So, smell.
Smells like whiskey.
See, I'm so over this fucking pretentious bullshit where people are like, "Oh, it's got, overtones of oak with hints of vanilla." Fuck that. No, we're gonna take the shot and we're gonna tell you how it fucking tastes.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
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 All right.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It is sweet,
Sweet.
but I think that's why I like it from a sipping perspective, because it's not sweet like Jim Beam green apple or Evan Williams honey. It doesn't have that much sweetness, but from a not day to day, but you sip on it, it's smooth, it's nice. The shot was a little rougher than I expected.
Do
but
we want to give
Goes great in your coffee.
Do we want to give initial impressions?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So sweetness.
I'm going with like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
sweet.
it's
sweet.
definitely sweet. Yeah.
Crunch.
Almost none.
None. Bite. The
Very,
bite.
very little. I didn't feel a whole lot of bite there. I would
Sneaky
give
I'm
it
gonna,
like
I'm gonna give it a 2 at the end.
Okay.
Sneaky sweet bite.
Yeah.
Bottle. Top marks.
Top marks on ball.
Top marks. It's got a big TX on it. It's got this cloth around the neck. It's got the leather on the top.
Yeah, it's
it's
dope.
cork.
It's
The
good ball.
pop sounded good. The
Uh-huh.
bass. Yeah, I'm giving it full marks 5 on the bottle.
Bottles are better in Texas.
Obviously, drunkenness. We'll have to give it a
Yeah,
little
we'll
bit.
have to come back to that.
So drinking whiskey is obviously one of the pastimes of the crew around here. Recently, we've done a little bit of whiskey drinking on the beach. That's a little bit different of a ball game. That's a different sport.
Yeah, I don't know if listeners check out our Instagram. We had some cool shit posted there. We recently went down to Port Aransas, rode the ferry, rented the golf carts, hung out on the beach, got the full experience.
Oh yeah.
And there's a few different things that I want to talk about that I think all Texan, and it's fitting too that we have Texas whiskey. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a few
Nice.
things that all Texans can appreciate about Mustang Island, Port Aransas, the ferry, and the beach. And the beach in Texas is not like beaches elsewhere,
Correct.
This
but
is
it
true.
is amazing.
It's a Gulf beach. It's a little bit different. You go to California and you go to the West Coast and and it's all fucking rocks. It's cold as fuck. There's great whites and fucking it's weird.
Same East Coast. It's like little pebbles.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Massachusetts, and it's like not a fun beach.
The
to
Gulf
walk
is a
around
little
on.
bit different.
Just a little more oil spills and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the Gulf, you have sand, you have castle. I did
And you have black sand.
I did the dad thing, and I built a sand castle. But I also got to. I think anybody that goes to Port Aransas, I'm just gonna throw this out there, guys. Spend the extra money, get the fucking golf carts.
Do it.
I'm telling you, you will not have a better time with clothes on.
Why do you have to have clothes on?
And you don't have to have clothes on.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
the caveat.
Okay, I was like, man, what?
All right.
You lost me there.
Yeah.
All right. So
So what's up with the golf carts?
you stay on the beach, and I don't mean walk across a fucking
Road,
like, yeah,
or
a road or a
highway, or
even
catch
like
an Uber.
what are the shit like? There's the dunes, and they like build a fucking dock across it, and you walk
No,
across.
no.
No. Stay on the beach, and I don't give a shit
In
if
a
you're
golf
broke. Stay in a
cart?
tent if you have to.
Wake up and see the sunset over that fucking ocean and be able to like just look out and actually just fuck around on the beach. In the
Are you
morning.
gay?
Just a little bit.
All right.
Hey, will you hold my hand, Charlie, when we watch the sunset together?
Only if you ask nicely.
What I'm saying
you have
is
to make me feel special.
what,
That's not my forte.
what I'm saying is stay on the beach. So like walk down from wherever you're staying and put your feet in sand before you ever hit a piece of fucking like.
Before the hangover sets in, you're gonna want to be on the beach,
Yeah.
drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
That's key.
Now,
Makes for a long
when
day.
you do that, if you do it right, you can pull
Probable
right
nap.
up to where you're at in a golf cart, and that's perfect because then you can leave at 3 in the morning and you can go whip shitties in the golf cart.
So, I've got a small family. I rented the small golf cart, right? Like it's a regular sized golf cart.
You've got a small 70-person family.
So
Yeah, that's
So,
what I was gonna
They
say.
didn't
Like,
believe in
4-person
condoms.
golf cart, and everyone else rents these fucking. They're like, hey, which golf cart is yours? And I'm like, you see that one down there that's got like 12 seats and the badass rims and the fucking lights glowing? And they're like, yeah. Mine's one right next to that, the little one. But what I will say about the golf cart that I rented was it was fast as fuck.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it wasn't fast off the line, but it didn't have the governor that all the rest had.
Oh,
So
man.
No, Josh.
there was one night. It turned out that our hotel was also a bar as well and a restaurant also.
Yep.
And at least once I was hanging out in the bar and I decided to go take the old lady for a spin in the golf cart. And we go down the steps and there's this drunk asshole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey man, you want to race?" And I was like, "Dude, you got nothing for me. You got one of those big ass golf carts. Like you're nothing."
wait, were you related to him?
Your
No.
butt fluff, bud.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, so he backs his golf cart out and he takes off and he whips a shitty and fucking burns off. And I was like, babe, get in the golf cart. We're going to go. And, I can't back up any faster than he can. I can't take off any faster than he can. But once I hit that beach and I started cruising in that little golf cart versus the big one, dude, I caught up to him swift. And then just fucking burned right past him, threw the middle finger up. I'm the winner.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go.
Dude, so I
Damn.
drove this golf cart, this one in particular, and it seemed like I couldn't fucking, I don't know, like I couldn't help but fucking pass everybody.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think
Well, the
beach
speed limit on the beach is
is like 15.
Yeah, 15.
And
I'm pretty sure this golf cart was going 30.
30. Yeah,
Damn.
for sure.
No issues with traction or any of that.
No, hell no, dude. They got big old knobbies on there. Like you're rolling.
And you can whip shitties in a golf cart.
It's sketchy, but you can do it
Especially
On the
when you
beach
got
or on asphalt?
on the beach.
on the beach. On the
okay.
beach. But
You could probably do it on asphalt too.
yeah, you got two motherfuckers sitting in the front. You got another motherfucker sitting on the back facing backwards. And then there's a cooler strapped down next to him. And honestly, it takes gaining some momentum before you start whipping those shitties.
Sure.
But it's fucking badass. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah. And all right, so I'm gonna go out there and say this. I am not a big, I don't know the right word, but I'm not a big advocate, I guess, for drinking some lobes with your bros. that's not my forte. I'm not a hang out in the pro shop and slam some lobe with your bros kind of guy.
Because you're not a cultured individual.
Yeah, apparently not. But
Missing out, man.
dude,
You need some class, Chop. Class it up a little bit.
I'm just saying that if you got some lobes in that cooler that's sitting on the golf cart, you can go down to the beach and fucking shotgun one of them hoes with a few of your bros, and it's a good time.
Pound some lobes with the bros.
Yeah,
It's been known to happen.
No,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a good fucking time.
yeah.
I mean, it sounds cliche, but it really is just fucking fun.
Some Michelob Ultra cactus variety or whatever the fuck it is.
Ugh, we
Dude,
did
it's
drink
not good.
fucking cactus.
It's
Cactus
not.
Michelobs.
It's
You
not.
gotta drink what you have.
Wait,
though.
did you fall for that again?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not a good time.
whatever's in the cooler, that's what you're gonna end up drinking.
We
But,
fell for that at one of the riding trips last year.
Yeah.
The cactus Michelobs. Yeah,
Man,
those,
when I
those
was-
aren't good.
When I was 17, I drank Michelob Ultra with my uncle. I drank so much of that shit. My aunt made lasagna that night for dinner. Dude, I went to bed and I just Ralph lasagna all over the bed. Dude.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fucking horrible. The next day, my uncle got me up and he was like, "Come on, we got to go take the trash to the dump." Got to that dump, dude, and I smelled the trash and was Ralphing again. It was fucking horrible.
You
Dad-
gotta be careful fucking drinking on the beach because I mean, for legal reasons in this store I was 21, but you go back in time a little bit and you find yourself, you wake up 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, you think, hey, I'm gonna play some ping pong and drink some whiskey, maybe drink, mix a little sweet tea with it because I'm classy and cultured. Next thing you know, it's
Right, yeah.
it's 11 a.m. and I'm on the beach at Port Aransas and just
Not you, a friend.
yeah, a friend. Yeah, absolutely, of course. Laying down and just trying to drown myself, and then I find whatever you look out in the ocean, you see it's majestic, and there's all kinds of minnows everywhere, and in your drunken stupor you scoop up a pail and you put them in your pants, and then you fucking take one of those bad boys out and you fucking chomp it in half. And wouldn't you know, there was
Not
this
you, a friend, right?
Of course, there's this poor woman walking her dog. Again, 11 in the morning, she's out for her morning stroll with her dog. She's
doing that old lady shuffle, like she's going,
and she sees this absolute delinquent eating the sea life. And
I would be so embarrassed if that was me.
All right, so all like storytelling aside, I was present when this happened. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this same fellow. He went down to the beach, and some shots were had before noon. And I know that's sacrilege or whatever, but
No. On the beach, and there's an
ahead.
entirely separate set of rules on the beach.
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so we went down to the water, and this fellow sat down in the right there in the front, like
the
not
surf?
even like yeah in the surf, but only like not even waist deep, like maybe knee deep. But when you sit down, it's waist deep, And I saw this motherfucker almost drown. Like, he was getting his ass kicked by like knee deep waves. It was fucking hilarious. And then we had a net, and we were catching minnows.
oh yeah, that's right.
And we were like doing that shit where you throw them up in the air and try and catch it in your mouth, but it was like live
standard operating
fucking
procedure.
minnows.
That's
Yeah.
what you do, right?
It was kind of a fucked off time, honestly, but it does bring up a point where, dude, waves will fucking whoop your ass, drunk or not.
Dude, that's no
Have you ever been
joke.
pinned down by
Yeah.
a wave? That
Oh,
shit
yeah.
is scary.
Yeah. Pacific waves.
Yeah.
Specifically, are like those are big.
It holds you
fucking
under for
waves.
about 3 or 4 seconds too long. And you're
Yeah,
like,
just
"Ah,
long.
This is how
just
I
long
end."
enough to make you panic a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your face is scraping against the sand on the bottom. You can see the top. It's like 2 feet above you. Not even like you just like you reach your hand up and you're like, nope, I'm gonna die here.
Are sharks
Oh my
attracted
God.
to shit?
I don't know.
If you get pinned under the water and you start shitting your pants because you're drowning,
You
Yeah.
deserve it.
are the sharks coming at that shit, or do they just come to blood?
I think they come to blood, which,
Oh, much like me.
yeah, much like, yeah. Dude, so,
Do you have shit in your blood or blood in your shit?
Either way,
yeah,
it's a good
I got a
time.
lot of things to spin
Why
off
not
of here,
both?
but I do know this, that the last time that I went deep into the ocean, which is this last time that we went there,
Balls deep, so to speak.
yeah, way deeper than balls deep.
Yeah, that
we're,
goes without saying.
we're talking titties deeper. Dude, I went deep out there, and it fucking whooped my ass, man. And I'm a good swimmer. Like I'm not trying to.
No, yeah, I know. What
See,
you're
my
saying,
problem is
yeah.
I'm a good swimmer, but I'm short as fuck. So like we hit the first sandbar, and y'all kept going, and I was like, guys, I'm trying. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm swimming and not touching anymore, and I'm doing the Scooby-Doo run, like, and I keep trying to get to that next sandbar, and I just can't and I'm like, if I can just get there, I can touch again. No, it doesn't work for me.
That's the blissful ignorance of being a child. Is you're never really scared of the ocean unless you saw Jaws at an early age, and then you're fucked. But
Scared of the bathtub.
so
Yeah.
you go out there and. You're swimming. You look down. You can't see. That's the problem with the Gulf, in my opinion. Is it's not that crystal clear water. It's fucking murky as
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So you can't see.
Thalassophobia?
Yeah,
Anybody?
you can't even see like a foot below you, and there could be sharks. There could be jellyfish.
It's not better when you
jellyfish,
can
yeah.
see the sharks, though. Just gonna throw that out
I mean,
there.
So I'm gonna run back to this in just a second.
Yeah.
But we got out there a little deep, and I'm a good swimmer. Like, and again, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything like that, but like I swam competitively, and like I can swim. I'm good at it. I got out there in the ocean and was like, dude, fuck yeah, I'm gonna make this my bitch. And I was bottom.
You don't make the ocean your bitch.
Yeah, I was-
You survive the ocean.
I was bottom bitch, like getting my fucking ass railed by
and
the
you
ocean.
swam competitively in high school, not at the Olympic level. You are no Michael Phelps, but you are a very gifted swimmer. But even with that said, the ocean will fuck your shit. Even those surfers who you see that shit with the huge ass waves.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit'll pin you down. And,
Oh yeah,
You don't beat the ocean. You
And
don't.
there's-
Absolutely
you just,
not.
You just survive. Like, you just exist.
The
That's all.
ocean-
You're
And we
like,
do that
"Holy
for
shit,
fun."
I made it back.
the
we
ocean.
go out there and just like hang out and.
The ocean was only seconded to. I went down to the Greenbelt in Austin, and there's a place called Twin Falls, which it's a really cool spot, but it rained a lot, and like it got kind of heavy. And I'd been down there before, and there's this little like pool where you can kind of sit in, and you can let the water like run over your head and stuff. Well, it rained a lot, and that pool was a fucking waterfall. And
know
so
exactly what
I
you're
leaned
talking
back in there, and it fucking shot me down to the bottom and fucking slammed me against some rocks. Dude, I've never been more afraid of water in my goddamn life. That
Yeah.
shit is scary as fuck. Like,
it
on
fucks you
a
up
real
little
level.
bit.
Yeah.
I've had a river experiences like that where the water fucked me up.
Or tubing, when you're tubing and you get pinned under a waterfall.
My least
dude.
favorite
Or
part of
pinned under a
tubing
bunch
is
of
my
tubes.
acid
No,
parts,
what-
not getting pinned underwater.
What happened in my tubing experience is it was the low water crossings, the culverts that allowed the water to flow underneath the bridge.
Yeah,
well,
for
the
sure.
water's going over the bridge, but what happens is your tube gets stuck in this whirlpool that's created by the suction
Oh.
of the water going under,
You
and
dead,
it sucks you down and shoots you through that. And it's just aluminum, tubing, this giant,
Shit.
That corrugated.
yeah, corrugated metal. And
That's
sometimes if
terrifying.
there's rebar sticking out, you're hosed. And I
Sometimes there's a fucking rebar like
Great on the other end.
and
you're
then,
like-
and then you're
that's
dead.
why there's a
Then you're
YouTube
super
video
dead.
of motherfuckers kayaking through those culverts, and it's like, bro, if you hit rebar like a rebar screen, you're fucked. You're dead.
Or even
Yeah.
just a piece of rebar sticking out at any point would
Yeah.
rip
Yeah.
you wide open.
Well,
dude.
that's the terrifying thing about some lakes is, there's plenty of stories where guys will just jump off boats. Usually alcohol is involved, but it doesn't necessarily matter. They jump off boats, like they'll be down trees, and with the lake level rising up and down, even rivers for that matter, they'll, their foot will get caught in, a tree branch or whatever, and you just get stuck down there, and then
Never come back
you
up,
panic, and then that's it. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck. I love water, but not that much.
Hey, you got to check that shit out
Yeah.
before you jump off. Like always, always, always.
And homage to all the people who, have
Never came back up.
who never came back up. But we'll
Yeah.
we'll take it to some lighter topics. I want to jump back onto this like jellyfish and stingray shit, because I think there's I've had some experiences there, and I think a couple other people have as well.
Maybe.
I've never fucked with a stingray, but I mean, I think we all know now because of Steve Irwin that stingrays ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah,
So,
Rest in peace.
Yeah, watch out for those motherfuckers.
That's a
stingrays and
conspiracy,
Wu-Tang
man.
Clan have a lot in common.
Ain't nothing. And the ocean.
Yeah, but Steve Irwin's never producing another album again.
Dude, pretty much nature will get you. Like the ocean, snow will get you.
Yeah.
You can have
Oh,
that
yeah.
experience with snow
Yeah.
also.
So-
Whipping shitties and snow machines.
What's the catch with jellyfish? What's your experience?
I hear you're supposed to pee on each other.
Yeah.
No, on yourself.
Public service announcement.
What if you can't? Though?
Guys,
Hold
pee on it, and it'll just make it. It'll make it go away. And the reason I tell you this is because that's a complete myth. It doesn't fucking work.
I
It's
call
just
bullshit.
really funny to watch people pee on each other.
I disagree. So, a friend of mine was at the ocean
You
in
don't like watching
Alabama.
people pee on each other?
I know a bunch of people who do a lot of shitty things apparently. So, a friend of mine was in Alabama, and I was just swimming in the water. Anyway, there was fucking jellyfish all over the place, and one happened to find my leg, and it was
Your friend's like,
my friend's like, yeah, very unpleasant. Let's just say. And my friend happened to go up to this hotel room. I don't know why I'm watching, but he proceeds to just pee all over his leg. And I will tell you what, the pain went away instantly, whether it was psychosomatic or whatever. Everybody who tells you don't pee on your leg,
like the Slipknot song?
don't pee on your leg. Slipknot 2020. Just do it. Don't be a pussy. And find out for yourself.
Whiskey and Whiskers endorses this message. I say pee on your leg. Pee on your friend's leg, guys. Take one for the team. Come on.
Have a little clout, and it might be embarrassing. You don't care.
And if it happens on the beach, don't fucking puss that. Rule number 1. Like, you do that shit for your bros. Bros before hoes and jellyfish. Like, whip your shit out on the beach and pee on them.
Definitely.
Yeah, if your friend hasn't tried to pee on you, he's not your friend.
Yeah.
that's a fact, yeah. And so stingrays, I really haven't had much interaction with stingrays other than they're fucking.
I saw a lot of them in the Keys a couple months ago.
I've touched them before.
There's a lot of good ones, and then there's ones that'll fuck you up.
They
too.
usually stay to themselves. Like when I was swimming around in Africa, like the water was really clear and you could go down and you could see them, but they pretty much stuck to themselves. And you always find them in like little nooks and crannies or whatnot. But like again, unless you're fucking Steve Irwin, rest in peace, don't touch them. You'll probably be all right.
I'm that way with everything, and so I tried scuba diving for the first time.
Yeah.
When I went, and I'm totally of the like, I don't touch it, it doesn't touch me. I'm going to keep good karma with the ocean. I respect that all of it can kill me, and I'm not going to touch fucking anything.
Absolutely. And
I'll go down
that's
and
good.
I'll look at all of it, and scuba diving's fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
But I didn't touch any. I'm like, I'm not going to touch anything.
Even sharks, for the most part, like they'll leave you the fuck alone unless they're hungry or
Unless
you
it's a
know.
bull shark.
And if you get, but there's like things like, even, on the living reefs that, just this little plant seaweed thing, you touch it and it's like 3rd-degree burn on your arm. Like,
Oh yeah, and there's sea urchins everywhere.
Yeah,
So,
you-
like you got to wear shoes and
you can't,
a
it's
whole
nothing to
ordeal.
fuck with. It's better just to not fucking touch anything.
Just like Wu-Tang Clan.
Can't go down there in your Speedo.
It's like an aquarium that you
can.
can interact with. Yeah.
You can.
If you're a ginger, because gingers can take that
Just
shit.
don't eat it.
Dude, I was diving in a bathing suit straight up. That was it. And then I had the
That's
whole
awesome.
Yeah,
back on.
I was in just like a bathing suit, but I had shoes on because again.
We had long fins on.
Guys, I
Okay.
have a thing. So we've all clearly spent some time on some beach, right?
Sure.
No, never.
At some point, you might find yourself on the beach with a lady. Maybe it gets dark,
My lady.
and
As it tends to do.
you start to get a little fresh with each other. You kiss on her neck a little bit. Now, you're at this
Maybe
crossroads.
dance on a balcony.
Break
You're
out
at
the breath
this,
mints.
You're at this crossroads. Now, you're about to fuck on the beach. What's going through your head?
Do you have a towel?
Oh.
You gotta lay a towel down.
What position
Dude, all right,
not
so-
to do?
I'm gonna lay it out right now.
Making clams. And
You
oysters.
can't. You
Pearls.
can't.
The first out is
It's
like,
not the right attitude.
can I entertain this all the way back to an actual hotel room
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so let's change the scenario.
without losing
You've
your interest
encountered
along
this
the way?
respectable young lady on the beach,
It's broad.
and she is not going to make it back to your hotel room. It's now or never, bro.
Is she awake?
Absolutely, she's awake and 100% sober.
Then you definitely do it. It's going to be worse for her than it is for you.
Willing
Absolutely.
and consenting, right?
and definitely consent.
All right.
Okay.
So obviously, like, you can't lay down in the sand because that causes a lot of fucking problems.
Doggy style, man.
yeah.
Standing
No, no,
up.
no.
So I would
It
start with
doesn't
standing
fucking
up,
matter.
dude.
Where are you going to stand up on the beach, like next to the porta potties?
Over the golf cart,
Dude, I was
obviously.
standing in the middle of
I mean,
fucking
okay,
Behind on the
clearly-
waves, bro.
If you have a golf cart, that's ideal.
Right.
And that becomes a whole. If
But-
you get into the water, that's a whole nother
I'll stand
situation.
in the middle of the
Now
street.
it's dark. You don't get in the
Don't
water when
matter.
it's dark.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Sarks
No.
and shit.
No, but so here's the thing: is it doesn't fucking matter because it's windy as fuck, and that shit whips sand around everywhere. It doesn't matter how fucking high you are above the
Yeah.
sand; you're getting
It
sand all in your
depends.
shit.
It depends how horny you are. Are you willing to get sand on your dick and taint, and she's gonna get a fucking UTI? Is that what you're willing to accept when you're having sex on the beach? Is that how much you want to have this experience?
Has to include sand in the vagina and sandy taint.
What if you did it like right where the waves come in and it just kind of washed everything the whole time?
But that's salt water.
That-
That's
yeah,
still
that
gonna
doesn't
be, it's
I'm sorry, but
aggravating
there's not a dude that's. What are you going to say?
It sounds
no?
romantic,
What are
but
you going to
it's
say?
really
No,
just-
seriously, dude.
I'm not gonna say
I
no.
know. I'm pulling shit out of my ass, man. I'm like, let's make it happen. What
I'm
do you
trying to
wanna
figure
do?
out how to
Up
keep
there.
her from quitting. That's really the.
Can you have a towel? Well, a towel. where-
Blowjob. A blowjob is the right answer, right?
The
Well,
blowjob
yeah.
is the absolute correct answer.
Yeah.
It might be a little gritty, but you'll get over it.
You just get that sand in her teeth.
No. To clarify, she will get that sand in her teeth.
I think both.
Unless you're into something I'm not
I think
into.
get the blowjob and then still nail her. Also,
Yeah, I mean,
You start
All
out on
right,
the
how
beach.
about
like
and
Chop
sit in the
said, the whole goal is just see how long you
You
can
catch the
entertain it.
blowjob
right?
on the beach.
Sure.
Do you eat pussy on the beach?
Sure.
To avoid the sandy taint and vagina.
I don't think it's gonna
Do you
avoid
eat pussy
nothing.
on the beach?
Usually there's.
Oh, eat pussy on the beach?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
dude,
You should
whatever.
be prepared to eat pussy anywhere. That's the fucking mark of
Yeah.
a true man.
That's the goddamn truth. Honestly, like, whatever. Like,
All right, so then that's the answer, right? Eat pussy on the beach, catch blowjob, and then ride the golf cart back home.
The beach
Boom.
is for foreplay. The fucking hotel room.
You
is
gotta go
for
shower.
yeah,
Get a shower.
yeah.
Pee on your fucking jellyfish wounds. And,
And
then
dude,
I've been on the beach all day.
Or you just tell her, like, oh, I've got this jellyfish wound, she pees on you.
I got a
Can
really
you rub
bad
this aloe vera
sunburn.
on my back, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude,
Can we take a minute to talk about sunburns?
Oh
God.
fuck, dude. Let's
I
talk
am
about
I am in a
sunburns.
bad way right now. Like as we're speaking, I am reptilian from the back of my neck down to my ass.
Oh, you're shedding?
Oh yeah. Shedding hard.
Like Mark Zuckerberg?
Like they yeah. They tell you that if you have a blistering sunburn, you're like 100% going to get skin cancer or something.
Yeah, and
I
you
don't
are.
know the exact statistics, but it's something like that.
No, that's it. You got it. Nailed it.
Dude, I went out and I was throwing horseshoes and I didn't
Horseshoes?
Yeah,
On the
Alright.
beach?
horseshoes. So basically, you go down to the beach, you're looking for the kegger, you run up, you steal the girl's shoes, and then you throw them in the ocean. It's a little different than the game that everybody here is used to playing. No, I was throwing horseshoes at pins.
I just got that.
And so I was out there for like 4 fucking hours, and it was overcast and like 85 degrees, so I wasn't really tripping about it. But dude, I came home and I had a gnarly fucking sunburn, like lobster red for 5 fucking days. I was throwing up because I was like so fucking
Chop, you want
sunburnt.
to know a secret?
That show'll wreck your world.
I need to pee on it,
Sunscreen.
dude. Fuck sunscreen. Honestly,
Also, yes, you should pee on it.
no. I'm making a stance right here, right now. I am peeling. My entire body is fucked. I didn't sleep for 3 days. I was thrown up from sun poisoning. I will not put sunscreen on.
It's because you don't moisturize.
Shit,
Fuck
man.
sunscreen.
Yeah, look, you're all ashy and shit.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean, dude. Like, so for the record, I have gingivitis.
Yeah.
So I react to the sun.
Gingivitis.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
allergic to the sun.
My
You're
ginger.
you're like a vampire. You can't go out in the daylight.
Yeah, but actually, as a result of that, my body produces more vitamin D
That's true.
naturally.
Is that
Yeah.
a euphemism or just a...
Yeah, I got some vitamin D for you.
Fucking, I got a lot of it too, man. Let's talk about it. No, so seriously, like last Saturday, I was outside grilling for literally like 30 minutes between 1:30 and
Who
2.
were you grilling?
Oh
Just
man.
mean mugging your neighbors?
Like
or
Mike
what?
Tyson.
Oh,
or-
dude, yeah, all
DJ
my neighbors,
Khaled.
man. Just opened my garage door and put my grill out there. Yeah, dude. So I was, cooking some food in the back, and I had my shirt off, and dude, I got sunburned as fuck, man, just in that quick amount of time.
Yeah,
how,
that's
long
me.
how long were we out there?
Not even 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But I've been like on tubes before, and I didn't put sunscreen on the top of my feet, and they were like the skin was raised like 3
Oh,
centimeters.
have you ever gotten your
know?
top of your knees? Like, I'll put sunscreen on, like, and I'm white as the day is long. And fucking, I'll put sunscreen on. It doesn't even matter. Like, the top of my knees, my feet, like, no matter what I do, I'm always getting fucking burned.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Dude,
why I stay inside. And
the
avoid
top
the
of my
sun.
feet right now are purple.
Oh shit.
You should probably
got
see
burned.
your local physician.
I
All that.
I spent a lot of time out on the beach, probably just as much as you did. You know what? I'm not sunburned at all.
Dude,
Did you put on sunscreen?
Yeah.
I've learned that lesson too.
I will not put on sunscreen. And here's the thing: like, sunscreen is a greasy motherfucker. Like, it's fucking nasty.
It's
It smells
spray.
like ass. It's greasy. It fucking sucks. And then you go down to the beach and you're a greasy motherfucker, and all that sand that's whipping around in the wind down there fucking sticks to your
You were
greasy
gonna get in
ass.
the ocean anyway.
Yeah, are you
bro.
trying to get laid? Like, why do you care what you smell like? Like,
Dude, because I'm a sensitive motherfucker. I got a sense of smell, and I can't handle that shit. All right.
You're gonna get in the ocean anyway, and that all that greasy shit is gonna go away, and you're just gonna be sandy and shitty, and then you're gonna have to shower as soon as you get back.
Yeah.
So
So I got two things. One is not that long ago I got burnt to the point I had literal blisters that were pussing on my back.
oh, fun.
But I don't know. I didn't pay no attention to it. Who cares? Get over it. It's fine. It's a sunburn.
well, I could say the same thing about guys. Just get over the fucking sunscreen greasiness,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I
yeah.
and then quit bitching about your goddamn sunburn.
I
Either
love
get over the
sunscreen.
sunburn or wear sunscreen. But do one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay it out there.
No, y'all don't see me bitching about the sunscreen. You guys are bitching about your sunburns.
That's right.
That's what I'm
we're
saying.
gonna
Don't
we're
bitch
gonna have
about it.
a
That's my point.
I'm team sunscreen.
I'm team sunscreen.
we're gonna have a
I
live
am
podcast. Fucking
This is one of those split the crowd.
yeah, for sure.
Sunscreen on
You're
this
gonna
side.
have one of those
no
hairy ass
sunscreen
moles.
on this side.
You're gonna have one of those hairy ass moles on you at 35. And
Oh,
you're like,
dude.
what the fuck is this? Be like, motherfucker, that's skin cancer.
I have
It's got
I
bones
have-
and shit.
I have skin cancer right now. I got skin cancer 30 minutes into this fucking horseshoe session. I'm 100% sure.
Horseshoes.
Yeah, horseshoes. But dude, my back is dude. I'm a reptile. I'm 100% cool with it, and it's fine. I would rather die. Like, they can pick that shit out.
Is it
of
all
my-
water when it peels off? Like all water underneath?
Dude, all right, hold on. We're doing
Ooh,
a
that's
live
blisters.
reaction session.
oh,
Oh wow.
Oh man, I
I don't
can't.
wanna
Chop's taking
see
his
this.
shirt off. He's about to show us.
that's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's peely.
Yeah, you're
that's a little
shitting.
peely,
You're
but
shitting.
it's not, it's
you're
not
like
that bad.
you're a reptile
I've had that
person.
shit. You just
Yeah.
lay on the you lay on the couch for
You're-
like
you're a
2 to
pussy.
3 hours. You can't sleep for a couple days.
It's not
and
brown.
You want to die.
Okay, because
Have
I've
you
seen
tried
it
laying
brown
on the carpet
before.
like a dog and swirling around.
Yeah, you're gonna be
and rub
scratching
the-
your back
yeah,
a little bit,
yeah.
but
Yeah, you just have good fresh skin
Or a
underneath
tree,
it. You know?
you get up against an oak tree like a bear, fucking scratch all that shit off.
so
There you
mine
go.
was like 5 shades of purple worse than that.
Oh, well, we're a week
Yeah,
away from.
this is well over a week past when this was
Oh,
fucking
wow.
prime.
Yeah.
This is just like the residual shedding that's at this
If you
point.
don't have to go to the hospital for your sunburn,
You're a pussy.
yeah.
Dude, I thought about it. Honestly, on the drive home, I was like throwing up, sun poisoning, sick.
Damn.
Fucked up. And I, dude,
That was probably all the alcohol. Too,
Yeah, I was like,
that
what are you
didn't
drinking
help.
down there?
But
When you're drinking whiskey watching the sunrise on the beach,
That inhibited his decision to put on sunscreen.
it's gonna be a long
nah,
day.
dude,
I do know that every night I was there, I was like, "Fuck, I got to go to bed. The sun's about to come up." And how weird is that? Like when you stay up all night, do you guys not get anxiety when you know the sun's about to come up? Like when the birds start chirping and you're like, "Fuck."
I just
it's
know
time
I
to go
gotta
to bed.
face that day, dude. And there's no sleeping until that night.
It
It's
depends.
a
I
race.
try not to do
If-
that except on the weekend anymore.
If I see the sunlight, then I'm fucked. Like, all right, I'm staying up.
No, that makes me feel good though, because it makes you feel like you accomplished something. Like whether or not whatever you're doing in your life, if you stayed up all night drinking and you see the sunrise, you're like, man, I have done something with my life today.
All right, here's a question though. When's the last time you stayed up all night drinking or whatever, saw the sun come up, and then just rocked it straight into the fucking day until the wheels fell off at like 1 p.m.?
Oh,
I try not to do that.
usually the police show up. So the last time that
I mean,
like
you run out of blow way before
Yeah,
that.
this was like-
before
this-
1 o'clock.
Yeah, this was like 7 years ago, but I remember one time we were, one of my buddies was fucking working late, so he didn't get off until like 3 in the morning.
Did you help him get off?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
And so I went to bed. I woke up 3 in the morning. He's like, let's fucking get drunk. So I was like, all right. So we drank from 3 in the morning until, probably 9, 10 in the morning. We watched the sun come up. You know what? Say what you will. It's fucking majestic. But you know what's not majestic? Drunk assholes fucking throwing Jägermeister bottles off a balcony. And then you're too drunk to fucking form words and you're asleep on the couch. The police are banging on the door.
And here you see the majestic frat bros throwing Jaeger bottles off the balcony.
Absolutely.
Indigenous
in their
to the apartment.
natural environment.
It happens.
And it's a good time, but it's something that should be left in your youth. If you're 35, pushing 40, you should not be the guy.
Fuck, man.
I don't know, dude. That's
you
pretty
shall not
badass,
pass
man.
judgment until you're 35 or 40.
Yeah. If you're doing that shit still, you're pretty badass, man.
Okay, if you're doing that shit, every couple weeks, maybe every couple months, that's fine. If you're that guy every night, actually, first of all, if your liver is fucking holding up, absolutely more power to you.
Bro,
Your weapons
That's
cannot harm me.
That's incredible genetics.
my random Tuesday is what every high school boy has wet dreams about. Like,
And that's what I respect about you.
and I'm what 36 ish.
Man, I'm
That
like
sounds
10
about right.
years whole younger than you.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah. So don't knock it till you tried it, bro.
Fair enough.
so-
Yeah, if you're older and you still have like,
Once upon a
To
time,
go, let's go,
Once
you know?
upon a time, I saw a middle-aged man in his 30s. He was chunking Jaeger bottles across the courtyard and smashing glass and stuff. Man, there's not a whole lot of substitute for that. Like that's a life experience that you can't really pass up.
the sun is
I'm
up
sure
at this
you
point,
could
right?
pass it up.
Oh yeah,
but
no, it's like
Okay.
7 or 8 in the morning.
Degenerates.
people are going jogging. Let's
Yeah.
frame it with that. Like people are out walking their dogs and go much like eating.
There's like an
eating
old
minnows.
man drinking coffee on his porch.
People are
So-
going to
dude,
work.
I know. You're like, oh no, he had a great
actually-
night's sleep. He's
I
actually out drinking coffee.
He's gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
This brings up a topic I actually really want to talk about, and I'm very passionate about. There's such thing as an apparatus, right? Mm-hmm. And this apparatus is basically a funnel with a hose, and if you're doing it
I
right,
wonder
it
what
has,
you would call something like that.
So I've heard it called many a name, but the most
A
primary
blunderbuss?
Yeah, a blunderbuss. Yeah, a beer bong is the most commonly used term.
That's what the kids are calling it now.
Yeah.
Damn
So-
youths.
Hypothetically speaking, you have this funnel and you pour beer into it, and it's got a turn-off nozzle if you're doing it the legit way. and then you can dump it, and you stand below it, and the funnel basically shoots a bunch of fucking beer.
But you can also make it out of a 2-liter and some old garden hose.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And you
really
just put
matter.
the top of the garden hose in the funnel and then fill
Yeah.
it up, and then. But
It's physics and
you
shit.
know, if you got the means, you might as well build you a PVC like valve and get some vinyl hose, and everybody loves hose.
So
Yeah.
if you're suckling barley and hops from said hose at 8 a.m., are you a cocksucker or a motherfucker?
I think you're a degenerate for sure.
Yeah, you're definitely an asshole.
I don't know, man. I think you're just going hard, want to get some shit done, man.
But now, let's say that you have this apparatus and you have a bunch of extra hose, because who doesn't have hose laying around? But let's say you have about 30 foot of hose.
That's a lot
I
of
do.
hose.
And I do.
Now,
That's a lot of hose.
let's imagine you're living in an apartment in Dallas, and you hang said 30-foot hose with apparatus over the stairs of your, your apartment complex, and then you fill it full of beer, and then just to be a dick about it, you throw a shot of liquor in there.
I was about to say
That was my thing. Is like, are you a dick if you put liquor into the beer bong without letting him
absolutely
know?
not.
It's to be
Okay.
expected. It's the same as getting
Yeah,
your
you're a good
tattoo
friend.
slapped after
But
you
at
get
what
your
point are
tattoo.
you an asshole? Because like 1 shot funny, 2 shot funny, half the bottle. It's still funny, but when are you an asshole?
See, I feel like at that point, fuck them. They're not me.
Because I've seen that. I've seen the results of that. It's like, oh, I thought it was a beer bong.
You're an asshole to one, but it might bring joy to many.
No.
It'll come back to you, I suppose.
Charlie, come on.
That's awesome.
Come on. Anybody that's doing that 30-foot beer bong and they're chugging beers, and then all of a sudden they're
deserve a-
chugging whiskey or vodka or whatever. Russian whiskey or Mexican whiskey.
I would like to try this Russian
They're going
whiskey.
to know that that's happening, and they're going to stop doing that.
No, not me. I'd
I
be
mean,
like,
or
fuck,
they
I'm in for a
won't,
surprise.
or
This
they
seems
won't.
fun.
But they'll know that that's what's going on.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like,
I don't
"That
wanna hear
asshole."
any like, oh, I thought I was doing a beer bong, and now I'm too wasted. No, fuck
No,
you, you're
no.
giving
But what
I
time?
don't-
No, but like they're gonna be like, this asshole fucking put whiskey in my beer bong. At what
Yeah.
point does their
No, that's
opinion
your-
matter?
That's your friend. That's your bro. He's
I don't
okay.
know how much you know about physics, but once you start a 2-story beer bong, you don't stop a 2-story beer bong
No, but you can stop drinking it.
and pour it on the
Yeah.
ground. But then you're an asshole.
Yeah, because that's wasteful.
No, put your
Yeah.
thumb over it, bro.
Yeah,
No.
it depends on the apparatus.
At 2 stories, I assure you
It's
that
gonna
you do not just
spurt
put
out
your thumb
everywhere
over it.
like a good Friday night.
Well, then a good bro will pick it up. I would do that for you, Chop.
Well, you just jump in and be like,
I
"Fuck
know-
it,
yeah.
I'll
I
do
know
it."
that I-
Coach.
I'm tapping myself in on this one. Like, I'll take the bullet, dude. I did a 2-story beer bong straight up. Like, we hung it over the fucking railing. I dropped down, and it was probably 20 feet. Honestly, I think it was 2 stories, not 3.
It was 2,000 feet.
Yeah, 200
High
stories.
elevation.
But there's no stopping it. Like, once it starts, dude, you can be really good at doing beer bongs, and if you get at a 2-story beer bong, that shit will fucking shoot through your mouth, down through your whole fucking insides, and shoot out your ass.
Right out your vagina.
And
Yeah.
that's what the kids are doing for fun these days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
fair.
Well, or roughly 7 years ago.
but are you man enough for shots? Let's go right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's take a shot.
Ooh.
We do need a little bit more judgment on this TX
Texas
whiskey.
blended whiskey. Hang on.
I shall pass
They
judgment.
also have a bourbon. I'm not a huge fan because has a little more dryness and a little more fucking crunch, as you guys would say.
It's more made. That's more made for mixing with like a Pepsi or a Coke.
Yeah, like again, like I like this not as a shot whiskey, but more as a sipping whiskey. I'll sit on the couch, fucking sip some of this, play some video games, fucking watch some TV, just hanging out on a normal Monday night, like a normal functioning individual.
Yeah, as one does. Pour 'em up, pour 'em up.
Yep, here it goes
It's time to
again.
fucking go.
I gotta say, this pours really nicely. And the cloth around the neck soaks up all the whiskey.
I'm glad you like it because I was telling Chop that
Yeah, he was a little worried.
yeah, because I listened to y'all's most recent one on the drive up here, and you were talking about fucking crunch and dryness and how it didn't have any sweetness, and I was like, man, TX is pretty sweet.
Elijah Craig is top shelf shit. Though.
This metric.
This is
higher
more
shelf.
This is higher shelf. This is
These
yeah.
metrics that we use, these are proprietary. Nobody grades whiskey like we do, and
Right.
the whole goal is to cut the pretentious bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the shit really tastes.
I
Right?
just hope you guys like the whiskey that I enjoy. And what I told Chop was, we've been drinking whiskey for a good minute now. So, I mean, if we can agree on Evan Williams, hopefully we can agree on a little more higher quality.
Well, let's give this Texas blended whiskey another shot. See
All
what
right.
happens.
Cheers. Let's go.
Cheers. Let's go.
Cheers.
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 Dude, that's good.
It's got a little bite right after the fact.
Very, very subtle bite.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
There's definitely whiskeys that have a lot more bite, and that's what I enjoy about it, because as a sipping whiskey, I don't want to take every sip and have it be like an ordeal.
So what I'm imagining as I'm chewing on this is like put it in a glass with some ice.
Some whiskey stones.
Or some whiskey stones. I could sip this.
yeah,
That's
that's
right.
exactly what I do with it. And again, because it's almost, to me, sacrilegious to take shots of this, because it's almost doing it injustice. You know, where it's more of it's a fancy, like, you know, hoity-toity, let's go fucking present ourselves as better than we are.
Well, I think where we need to take it is if we're taking shots of it, if we're trying to get fucked up,
Sure.
where's drunkenness on this bottle, this
Dude,
particular bottle?
It's not bad. It's 1% higher, 2 extra proof. You know, a little extra.
no big deal.
Yeah.
Giving that extra 2%.
But I like it, man. I think it's really good. Honestly,
It's got a aroma of oak with some overtones of vanilla. Dude, fuck you.
From a middle shelf whiskey, I think it's fantastic, because you're not paying fucking, you know, $80
it's
a bottle.
upper shelf in our
I
scenario.
will say it is really sweet, and I'm not a fan of super sweet.
Yeah,
But it's not bad.
yeah.
For being a sweet whiskey, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You should try
I think
the
we'll
bourbon.
do one more round before we decide where to place it on our hierarchy. Which
Yeah.
just for the fans, first place we've still got Woodford Reserve at first. We've got Elijah Craig actually at second,
Dude, I'm still on a fucking taste test on that one.
and
Me
Gentleman
too.
Jack on third.
I
I'm
love
with
Gentleman Jack. I was listening to your most recent podcast, and I was telling Chop, like, Gentleman Jack is one of the only other sipping whiskeys that I actually enjoy. Like, I'll sip on Evan Williams Black Label, and it is.
Have you
what it
tried
is.
Else Craig?
I have not. So
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Elijah
will.
Craig is good.
Yeah.
So recently, my daughter got into She-Ra, the new She-Ra on Netflix or whatever.
What's Shira?
I don't even know what
Yeah, I
that
don't know what
Time
that
out,
is
dude.
either.
Yeah. What's
Well,
going on?
I was gonna use that as a segue.
Well, we beat you to it.
She-Ra is the female version of He-Man, right? Like there's He-Man and
Okay.
She-Ra.
Yeah.
And
She-Man.
and
I've seen that video on YouTube.
so right now there's a new She-Ra show on Netflix, and my 3-year-old daughter's really into it. But what it did for me is it took me all the way back to those years that I watched He-Man, right?
Thundercats.
Castle Grayskull.
Oh yeah.
And it made me think about, so when I was 7 years old, I had a He-Man action figure.
Ooh.
By the power of Grayskull, he had the sword and everything.
Yeah.
It was the fucking dopest action figure that I had at the time. What? First of all, I think that toy is worth money now.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
But where I want to go with this is, when you were 7, what toy did you have that you wish you had now? Or what was your favorite toy when you were 7?
I came from a different generation, so this is going to be a little bit different.
I think, yeah,
conversation.
we're all going to date ourselves right
Oh
here.
yeah. So check this out. When I was 7 years old, Final Fantasy VII was already out. Mm-hmm. I was playing PlayStation 1. I was playing Game Boy. Like I was chilling on some video games that were top notch fucking video games.
You were the coolest
already.
kid in school.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But that
Laughs
had nothing to do
nervously.
with that. That was just me being me.
So I had, when I was 7, I had my bicycle, my rollerblades, and the very first Nintendo.
Did you have any action
yeah.
figures at all? Did you have anything that you were like, fuck yeah?
I did. I got into Thundercats a bit when I was
Yeah,
young, but
Thundercats
feel
is
like I
good.
was younger than 7. I feel like by the time I was 7, I was
Sure.
outside biking rollerblades, or I think it was roller skates then. We didn't even have rollerblades yet when I
Yeah.
was 7.
I'm trying to date myself.
I had blades by 7.
Yeah,
for
I'm trying to date myself. What 7 years old is? I think it's about second
grade.
grade. Yeah, second grade. And I remember definitely growing up, I had G.I. Joes, and talking about, it's probably worth something. I had this World War II like memorial G.I. Joe. And I remember my dad telling me, he's like, man, this is going to be worth something if you don't open it. And me as a dumb fuck kid was like,
Don't open it. I'm going to open it right now.
It had the Kung Fu grip and everything. And that's the really thing that
G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip?
I know. I really enjoyed G.I. Joes because my dad was able to pass down to me the G.I. Joes that he had. And actually, his G.I. Joes did have the Kung Fu grip. Mine just had the fucking like flexi hands or whatever nonsense. And I would do stupid shit like set my G.I. Joes up around my room just to, pull security while I was sleeping. But it's I've grown up a little bit from there, and
Where are your G.I. Joes now?
I use
They
them
disappeared?
frequently as a masturbation tool, and that's
Okay. They have that Kung Fu grip.
yeah.
Dude, I still have a suitcase of baseball cards. Like I've got like
Fuck yeah.
Do they Kung Fu grip too?
They're in a trunk. Is the actual answer.
I gotta spin off here for a second, and I gotta showboat a little bit. You're talking about baseball cards. My great grandfather was a MLB pitcher, and he pitched in at least 2 World Series. Can't remember exactly how many.
Wow.
Stud.
But we have his original baseball card. We have pictures of him
Struck
in the
out Babe
dugout.
Ruth?
Yeah, and he has. Oh no, dude! I have pictures of him in the dugout with Babe Ruth, and Babe Ruth signed it.
That's badass.
Dude, we have some badass shit, dude. My great grandpa was a badass baseball player, and that's some dope shit. But I'm gonna harp on that for a second. But I'm gonna jump back real quick on GI Joes. The 3D fucking little green army men.
Oh yeah.
Those are some dope ass toys, dude.
Yeah.
One of my fondest memories, and I was not 7. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now.
Yeah. It's timeless.
It was going over to my brother's house, and I was like 21, 22, and he would hide little green army men, like 1 or 2 of them, and they would be around the house. And like as soon as you found them, you'd go hide them somewhere else, and somebody else would find them, hide them somewhere else. Dude, that's a good fucking time, Bubbles.
Yeah, that's the whole game. As an adult, that's still fun.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad you brought that up because again, like, I've always been kind of a military buff and and whatnot, and so like I like GI Joes, but those army men, you can get a full bag of them for $1, $1.50, and even when I was approaching 18, 19, I would still see those fucking bags in Walmart, Target, dollar store, and I would buy them because it's fun to just set them up and be like, have your own little time with yourself.
I used to OCD on it, and I would take all the greens and all the tans, and I would be like, all right, this guy's going to kill this guy. This guy's going to kill this guy. And it was like this chain reaction, and I would set the whole fucking bag up.
You got the bazooka.
And then
you got to figure out where everybody goes.
And you have to pick, like, who's going to win. Oh, yeah, the bazooka guy can take out 2 of them, so you got these 2 guys next. And you run the scenario in your head, and you're like, all right, when all the shit fires off, there's going to be this one dude left, and that's the winner.
Well, and everybody talks shit about, like, oh, he's just playing with toys. You know what that's just you problem solving in your head and, like, having some creative thinking. And I think that's great. I think every little young boy who's worth a damn, in my opinion, has played, like, Cops and Robbers, or if you play War, and
dude,
it's just problem solving. It's fun.
Did y'all ever play outside, like in the mud, and set up like construction sites and shit? And
absolutely.
drive trucks, you know what I mean?
Holy shit!
You remember that shit? I remember summers doing that shit.
So once
setting up like tracks and fucking like little towns and being like, I'm coming through with my bulldozer. I'm gonna make a fucking road.
Did anybody else like digging as a kid? I fucking loved just
Were you a digging China, bro?
Dude.
I always just loved digging holes.
know.
That may fucking just make me sound...
No.
His favorite toy was a shovel.
Give me a shovel, dude. I'll fucking dig a hole.
Me and Blake
dude. That
dug
shit's
a
love
fun,
digging.
man.
Me and
It's
Blake-
fun, yeah.
Me and Blake dug a fucking hole one time.
To this day, it's fun, except
And
for
that was
roots.
actually,
How far are you
flashback to
digging?
the beach type shit. But me and Blake dug a fucking hole on the beach one time. And it was I was young. I was real young. So this hole was bigger than I was, but
you were a little shit.
I was a little shit.
It's fun
so-
to climb out of a hole that you dug. It's like, man, I did this.
No, it's
Oh,
fun
yeah.
to jump into a hole that you just...
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I remember real vividly digging this hole on this beach, and I think it got fucked up somehow. Like the tide came in or whatever. But
Of course.
we dug
Fucking tides, man.
We dug a super hole, and for me, it was like 50 feet deep, dude. Like it was
At least
jumping
1,000.
Yeah, it was like jumping into another dimension. And then you had to like mountain climb your way out of that bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, one time it was summertime and I was hanging out with my cousin and we were acting up, getting in trouble, and they locked him in the room. They were like, you go to timeout and you have to sit in this room, right? And it was a 1-story house. There was a window and I was still able to play outside because I wasn't in trouble. And so I went to the window.
How are you not in trouble?
I don't know. It's a good question. I went to the window and I was like, hey, man, let's still hang out. And he's like, yeah, we should hang out. And I'm like, since you can't come outside, we're going to bring the outside to you. And so I went and got the wheelbarrow and the shovel and I started fucking dumping sand through the window into the house.
Yeah.
As one does.
That's problem solving, really.
Yes.
Boy. Yep. That was one of those times.
You ended up in trouble.
Yep. I ended up in trouble and I had to cut my own switch. That was one of those, like, actual cut my own switch scenarios with my grandma. She fucking whooped my ass with the fucking switch.
I always got the fucking wooden spoon. I never got any leather. But
I got
Oh,
some
man,
wooden.
let's talk about that.
I used to fucking hide the wooden spoons, and you know what? It never fucking mattered. My dad beat me again. To preface
Just
this,
put jumper cables.
I know. Yeah, I had a very good childhood. I deserved every fucking bit of anything I got. But one time I fucking hit all the wooden spoons. My dad found, you know those like ping pong things where you bounce the ball with the string? Like,
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
assholes? Yeah. He fucking ripped the fucking ball off that and just beat me with it and broke it on my ass. And I still remember it fondly, mind you, as a time because at the time he, smacked me. Obviously, my dad doesn't want to discipline me because, I'm his child. But I did the fucked up thing of laughing at him when he hit me the first time, and he didn't take kindly to that.
Yeah, that's not good.
As don't laugh at the disciplinarian. And he proceeded
Oh,
to
man.
fucking break this fucking plastic paddle on my ass. And to this day, it's one of the fondest memories I have of my family.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake, laughing at the disciplinarian.
No,
I
it doesn't go well for you.
I grew up in this little bitty town called Comfort, Texas, and they still have corporal punishment there.
Sure.
And the principal was this little bitty girl, a little blonde haired girl. She must have weighed 100 pounds. Mm-hmm. But this fucking paddle that she had was passed down from principal to principal, and it was like straight out of the movies.
Did you got beat in school?
Dude?
I
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah,
They drilled holes in this motherfucker.
I didn't,
At
yeah.
one
I remember
point.
that,
And this was
dude.
generations before me. They drilled holes in this motherfucker, and it's got room for 2 hands. And this 100-pound chick that you look at her and you're like, she can't hurt me.
Sure.
And when she pulls this paddle out, you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah. Well, like you're only 5 years older than me. That's crazy that me and Chop fucking just completely missed the beatings at school.
No,
'cause
I remember
dude,
that.
my
shit,
freshman-
man.
we
Oh,
would've
dude, I got
warranted-
beat at school.
My freshman year in high school, there
I got
was
beat
still
by
a
Chop,
smoking
but-
porch on campus.
Really?
Yep. My freshman year in high school, there was still a smoking porch on campus.
All I remember from fucking when I first moved to the city where I fucking met Chop is he sat behind me in 8th grade, and I didn't know this fucking kid, and he fucking just. I had a mole on the back of my neck, which has been since removed because of this constant harassing and or bullying. He would just poke it and be like, "Molly, molly, 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 molly," and yeah. So don't bully each other.
That's how you make friends, kids.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I've still got some pencil lead stuck in my kneecap
Oh, I have
from
pencil
my
lead.
best of friends.
I had
Oh,
pencil lead stuck in
man.
my thumb for sure. But dude, I was one of those kids where my mom would like she'd spank me or whatever, and like it was due. Like I deserved it.
It's usually always do with males.
But my grandparents were on that train of my grandmother was a swap me with whatever the fuck she had handy.
Yeah, shoe,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
stiletto,
As a-
Shoe,
or
a fly
hairbrush.
swatter,
It keeps it fresh.
As the grandma will.
a fly
Hairbrush.
swatter, a rolling pin.
A folding chair.
WWE.
My grandfather, dude, I remember one time.
I'm gonna guess belts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
It's
did
got
not.
holes
I
in
did
it,
not
right?
think that I was supposed to be in trouble. I did not think that I deserved it, but I remember vividly. He did the whole go in there, open the armoire, and pick a belt. And dude, oh,
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like the
I
cut
never
your
had
own
to
rough.
do
switch.
that. I just knew it was going to be the fucking
That's the
wooden
cut your
spoon.
own switch shit. That's to go outside and pick which fucking vine I'm about to beat the shit
beat
out
the
of you
shit
with.
out of you with. Yeah. And I remember getting popped like
So
a couple
d-
times.
Did that
Does whiskey
work?
and-
Would you feel like that works?
Yeah, dude. I'm
Does
not
whiskey
against
and
it.
whiskers support
Corporal punishment?
Corporal punishment.
Hey, T for timeout.
I can't speak
timeout.
for Whiskey and Whiskers, but I personally do.
I'm sure for little boys, like at least for me, I needed it. If you hadn't, like, I always learned through pain and fucking like suffering. Like that's how I learned. Like it sounds fucked up, but like it is. I needed to have the shit beat out of me a couple times. Not even by my parents, but like just a couple times in life. I need the shit kicked out of me to fucking humble me. Little girls, I don't even know. Like personally, like I'm not a father, and I don't want to be the one to fucking have to like discipline my daughter, but at the same time, like that's kind of where I'm torn. With little boys, like yeah, I would spank them. Obviously not into anything.
Oh, dude. Yeah, if I had a little boy, I'd beat the shit out of him. And
Just beat the brakes.
But
off.
like I would just love like
just for funsies.
yeah, like but like I would love
Child
like
abuse.
my daughter is so much more delicate with the son.
Hypothetical, dog.
Yeah, hypothetical daughter. Like
As far as you know.
with as far as I know, with the son. He has my genetics. He has my wife or partner or random person's genetics.
See, so I'm from a weird boat where, like, I had corporal punishment on one side of the family, and my parents were divorced.
And you had mega disappointment on the other.
My dad never. I think he spanked me once when I was a little kid.
Sure.
With a belt. But,
I'm in that boat, man. Like I never had.
But like as I got older, 10, 11, dude, dad didn't spank me.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
Like
he could fucking crush my soul. He
Well,
could
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like as a pretty bigger guy, I grew out of it pretty early. Like what my mom wasn't gonna spank me because I fucking weighed more than her, and she was fucking scared of me. Not
That's
like,
when they hit you with folding chairs, dude. I'm telling you.
but like she was just like, you got to the point where like if I can't pick you up, I'm not gonna spank you. And like again, you could definitely make a case for spanking kids, but there's definitely also a thing like you got to teach them that you put them in timeout. But for me, timeout was just like, oh, I just have to wait for 30 minutes, and
So-
then everything I did was cool.
Have you
Like,
seen the videos of the parents and they'll have like their baby, like small child, and they'll try to feed it food, and the kid's like, nah, and won't eat the food, and so then they take a stuffed animal or a doll or something, and they act like they're trying to feed the food to the doll,
And they'll beat
and
the
the
shit out
doll
of the
won't
doll.
take it, and they'll put the food down, they'll beat the shit out of the
fucked up,
doll,
yeah.
and then they'll grab the spoon again, and they'll give it back to the baby, and the baby will eat it.
wow.
I've seen that. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of crosses the line.
Yeah.
Corporal punishment might not be great, but I think it has its place. And I think that just like everything in life, it's going to have benefits and not so great things.
Yeah, you
about
just got to
it as
find
well.
the right time, and obviously not turn it into something negative and really
This is
Yeah, like I'd never had that ever. Like I was never had any kind of corporal punishment, but I think the opposite effective way is like that mental side, the disappointment or
oh yeah.
you
But
know,
you also can't
shame,
fucking
shame,
take
shame.
Yeah, you can't take the you can't obviously take corporal punishment to too far of a level because that's
Sure.
abuse. But you can't take the mental like you mean nothing. You're fucking
yeah.
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 I think that, man, I think every little boy needs to know that they can get their ass kicked. Like,
Sure.
honestly,
No, for
that's-
sure.
It's a
that's where I
humbling
stand
thing.
on
Yeah,
it. Like,
I agree with
man,
that,
I
absolutely.
my dad was not the person
Yeah, but
to do it,
won't-
but my grandpa
You'll raise a
whooped my
bully
fucking,
otherwise.
Won't most little boys figure out that they can get their ass kicked like
Eventually.
naturally?
Yeah, they will.
but it's better that they get their ass kicked by somebody who cares.
Dude, my
and-
grandpa-
I feel the same
and will-
way,
and will
man.
take-
because it's controlled.
and will
Yeah.
take the control to it rather than
Just letting it
But
go.
that's assuming
some
the
dude
father
beating
or
him
the
within an
loving
inch of his
figure.
life. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love my grandpa through the grave. He's passed away a long time ago at this point, and like, dude, I love him to death. And he whooped my fucking ass a couple times and even a couple of times I was like, dude, I don't deserve this. What the fuck? And the fact that I knew that he could beat the fucking brakes off of me if he wanted to
get smack right.
served me well a couple times.
But
and later in my life where I was like, man, fuck you or whatever. And I was like, maybe this guy can beat the fuck out of me.
That's a really important lesson to learn, especially like growing up, especially if you're aggressive, have a lot of testosterone. A lot of young boys have a lot of aggression, and they're like, fuck it, let's fight. And you can either get your ass beat by somebody you're fighting, like in
On the street,
yeah,
the man
I
on
had
the
a
street
case
can beat
that-
your
that
ass. or
really,
your
it really
dad
humbled
can.
me when I was like
On the playground.
I was like 20, 19 years old. Actually, no, I was 18. I got the shit kicked out of me, and since then it really humbled me as far as like the you know how fighting works and stuff like that. And if you instill that in a son, you teach him to be strong. You teach him to know how to stand up for himself and take care of himself and not to be fucking weak. But at the same time, there's a
Not to be reckless.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a consequence to violence, and if you're gonna resort to violence, number one, you better win, and number two, you better have a very good idea of what the consequences are.
Yeah, look at
Very
BJ
much
Penn.
so.
Did you see what he did in Hawaii? Did you see him get in a fight with the bouncer?
No.
Yeah, man. He was like, I guess, wasted in some bar, and he was like, "Fuck this!" And they pulled him out, and he like attacked the bouncer, and they've got footage of him like on top of this bouncer, like headlock, hitting each other. It's fucking crazy, man.
I would
Did
not
BJ
like
Penn
to.
beat him up?
I think he was like blackout drunk. Bo Diddy. No, they like pulled him off, but he was like in the aggressive stance, like on top of him. He was winning for sure.
Yeah, and BJ Penn's a little dude too, but
Yeah,
it
just
doesn't matter.
all that violence, like that shit. I mean, it's countless.
So
with fighters.
the way my dad always put it was, never carry a bigger stick than you want shoved up your ass.
That's a
great.
very good line. Yeah, I like
man.
that.
I thought I was the shit because we in high school, me and some friends would go out in the woods and we'd box each other and stuff, and I was an okay boxer. Like I wasn't a killer, but like I could beat up most of my friends, kind of thing. And I came up and I had a pair of boxing gloves, and I went to one of my cousins one time and was like, "Hey, bro, let's box. I'm a bad motherfucker." And
Turns out this cousin was 10 stories tall.
yeah,
Ooh.
dude, no bullshit. This motherfucker. So I had boxed some friends that were like
I saw this.
6'3", 6'4". Like I wasn't scared of that shit, but like this motherfucker was like 6'4" and had 100 pounds on me. And so like I caught him a few times and dipped most of his punches and stuff. But dude, it took one.
That's
one
all it
punch.
takes. You catch him
Yeah.
once and
Well,
he goes, "Oh, I'm not
and-
playing anymore."
Yeah.
And if you're willing to fight, you have to understand that no matter how much you think you're a fucking hard ass, how much you think you know how to fight, you need to be willing to get your ass beat and be humble in that and learn from it.
Well, and it doesn't matter how badass you are. It doesn't matter if you're BJ Penn. Doesn't matter, like, if you're Randy Couture, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
somebody
Eventually.
out there who's
Absolutely.
gonna beat your ass.
Hey,
And
Chop-
to
Chop-
think you're the best thing ever, like, it's not good for your psyche.
How you beat that particular cousin is get him on the ground, choke him out.
Yeah, but we were boxing. We had gloves on and everything.
So?
and this
Choke him out.
But dude, I pieced him up a little bit, and then he caught me with one good fucking punch, and it ended my fucking week. Like I was done. I just
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. Fuck you guys. This is terrible. I don't want to fucking talk
this
to you.
isn't
I,
fun
I think
anymore.
Yeah.
I think every male needs to fucking, especially any guy who fucking has any aspirations of being a fucking hard ass, or like you want to make something of yourself, you need to get your ass beat at least once.
You got to
Because-
know what it's like to
lose.
get your lights turned off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've always said this.
It does humble you.
It takes more of a man to take an ass whooping than to give one.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I
because
agree.
you fucking wake up and again, you realize what the consequences are of fucking getting in fights. So even if you're not losing all the time, you get your ass beat once and you're like, "Oh, this is what I've been doing to all those other guys." And it fucking sucks. So maybe that fucking guy who fucking, grabbed your girl's ass or fucking whatever, sometimes it's warranted. You fucking, knock his lights out. Other times you take your girlfriend, you go the fuck home. You don't need to fucking get in a fight. And there's also, legal
And
ramifications.
so I've been sparring at a gym
Mm-hmm.
for about a month now, and like just going through drills with somebody,
Yeah.
it keeps you so sharp.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just the fact that people are throwing punches in your face.
Oh yeah,
You
it's-
have to be so alert to what's going on. And it's like, and at this place, it's like you just go whoever's there. It could be
Yeah.
somebody who's, got 30 pounds on you, and they're going to be hitting you, and it's
Well, it's like jujitsu. Like I've been looking into getting into jujitsu because I always function well with a physical outlet with a little competition, and with jiu-jitsu, you could be rolling with somebody who's way more experienced than you, and they'll fucking choke your lights out. You know what? That's how you get better. If you're trying
Yeah.
to be competitive,
Yeah, you need to learn how to defend that.
Fucking hit me. you know?
and
Oh.
to some extent, I think it's very important that every guy needs to know what it feels like. Obviously, to get the shit beat out, but like to face opposition. I think that's very important. And I
And
feel
adversity.
like,
You go
yeah,
into a fight and you don't know. Like, you think you're about to box this dude, and he tackles you, and all of a sudden you're on the ground.
I
Like,
spent a very traumatic freshman year of college because I went through certain programs and whatnot, and I did a lot of physical activity, and it really broke me down physically, and that was the point. And I 100% attribute to that is what made me the fucking person I am today. Before that, I was just a really angry and fucking loose cannon. Now I'm pretty chill. I understand that I can dull that out if I really need to, but most people don't need an ass whooping. You just fucking walk away. Like,
I'll still beat the brakes off you. though.
violence is rarely the answer.
we can choose you right now.
When violence is the I don't want you to sound like a fucking hippie or some fucking bullshit, but like I am not afraid to dole out an ass whooping. But at the same time, like it's usually a lot easier just to walk away. Do you want to spend the night in handcuffs and go into fucking prison? Probably fucking not. You just go the fuck home. Like, you get
Sleep
over
it off.
You know,
Definitely.
if you've
As-
done that shit before, if you've whooped somebody's ass that bad, like, I'd say most people, if you're a human, something flips on you. And
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
get to feel bad.
fuck, that's fucked up.
As
you
an
know?
adult, there's definitely some more ramifications, and I feel like that applies to every fucking aspect of life in general. Particularly, even like, dude, we can take some shots, and I'm gonna feel that tomorrow, and I think we should do that right now.
I think we should do a toast
Yeah.
on air.
Hell yeah!
We're gonna take one more shot of this Texas blended whiskey, and we're gonna do a toast that usually we do before the show, but I think it fits to do it on air this time. You guys down?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
And then plus we'll get one final take on this bottle before we
Yeah.
close it out. So
Are you bros ready?
Yeah.
Another bottle.
another show.
Time to rock.
Shots, let's go.
That's good whiskey. I don't care what anybody says.
So we've already covered sweetness, right?
It's sweet.
Crunch, zero crunch.
Zero crunch.
Bite.
Like a 2 out of 5.
I would have been on that same boat until this last one. I feel like it had just a little bit of bite right afterwards. As soon as you take the shot and exhale out of your nose, and that's when it happens, right? Like that's when the bite happens, is that exhale out of your nose. I'm gonna give it a 3, but
We'll
it's
compromise at a 2.5.
it's quick and fleeting that bite.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, for my own personal taste, I would take the sweetness down, the bite up just a little bit. Bottle, top marks. Drunkenness. How do we feel about drunkenness now that we've drank most of this bottle?
It's doing well.
Sitting.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
I like it. So for me personally, I like the sweetness. Again, looking at it as a sipping whiskey, I think it's top notch sipping whiskey. I think it's probably not as good for shots. It's not as good as a garage whiskey, maybe, so to speak. Crunch is non-existent. Bite, I would give it like a 2, 2.5. Bottle top notch. Drunkenness, maybe like a 3.5 star.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah,
Not as hardcore as the Ancient Age, but definitely, I'm feeling it.
yeah, hell yeah.
So, top 3. What are we thinking?
I'm not going to put this in my top 3.
I'm not going to put this in my top 3 either.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but I will put it in my top 10.
I'm going to go ahead and call out my top 3 because it differs from our list here. I think Elijah Craig's going to top Woodford, quite possibly.
We're gonna have to do a taste off
For sure.
to settle that one.
Those are respectively 1 and 2, and then Gentleman Jack's still right there.
I'm a sidestep a little bit, and I'm gonna say Elijah Craig, Woodford, and then probably this as my third.
You're going Elijah Craig over Woodford, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a
Yeah,
taste
it's going to be
test,
a
yeah.
taste off. I disagree also.
Yeah, I'm still Woodford, Elijah Craig, Gentleman Jack. I think this is in my top 10. This is better than all the swill whiskey we've drank,
Oh yeah.
but I wouldn't put it in my top 5.
Dude,
To me, I'm not. I might even stick it above Jack and Makers.
Oh no, Makers.
no, I would easily put this at a number 4.
Yeah.
It just depends what you like. Some
I
might be
think
a little
yeah.
bit
I think
drier.
I think
so.
Elijah
I like
I think
sweet.
Elijah sorry. I think Elijah Craig and Woodford are battling for number 1. I think that Gentleman Jack and TX are battling for 3 and 4.
All right.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think that's enough for rule number 1. We've been going hard. So we're going to take a break, chill out, abide by rule number 2. Be sure to check us out on Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter, and
YouTube.
Be sure to listen on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, and YouTube. We have new episodes every Monday. We have midweek rolls coming through, usually on Thursday or Friday. Be sure to check it out, and we'll be back soon. We'll see you guys next week. This has been Whiskey and Whiskers.